In Texas, all the state's power plants are functioning again tonight following 5 days of blackouts.
But there is a new crisis. More than 14 million Texans are now struggling with disrupted water service. Frozen hydrants meant water had to be trucked in for firefighters battling this large fire at an apartment complex.
I haven't been able to go to work all week long, and now everything that we have in there is gone.
Residents say they had received an alert to turn off their water heater, and moments later the fire erupted on the second floor. Bitter cold and snow have paralyzed Texas since Sunday, shutting down much of the state's electricity grid and freezing pipes and waterways. This is home video of Houston from a man who grew up in Ontario.
It's been harrowing, to say the least. Houston is not equipped to deal with this type of thing. My house, we're on a pier and beam house. We're about 2 feet above the ground, and none of the pipes are insulated. So it's a little bit. It's been exciting. Let's just put it that way.
Edmontonian Dan DMYTRYSHYN is also living in Texas. His power came back on Wednesday evening.
Our hot water tank and our furnaces are in the attic. We don't have basements here in Houston. We have exposed plumbing. Even a lot of water infrastructure is above ground. So it's just a completely different climate.
More than 150,000 households remain without electricity today. And as the power comes back on, there is more fallout from the major winter storm. Access to safe water is at a premium. A mass distribution center for bottled water opened at a stadium in Houston today with a line of cars at least half a kilometer long.
Here up since 5 o'clock, and I've been on the road since 6. And I know it's at 11:30, but I'm going to sit here until, I have no choice. All the stores in my area are out of water.
I saw it in the news, so I came over here. Yeah, I gotta be early because I knew everybody. Everybody wants water, so it's a difficult time for everybody.
State officials are being heavily criticized for their response to the crisis, but the governor is vowing they will be better prepared next time.
All of us agree on the necessity of action, not just the action taken to restore your power, but to action to ensure that you never have to endure anything like this ever again.
U.S. President Joe Biden says he will grant the governor's request to declare a major disaster in the state. The U.S. president says he plans to visit Texas when the time is right.
If, in fact, it's concluded that I can do it without creating a burden for the folks on the ground while they're dealing with this crisis, I plan on going. But we'll know that. We'll make that decision probably the beginning of next week.
Nearly 24 deaths have been attributed to the cold snap. Officials say they suspect many more have died, but the bodies have not yet been discovered. And the National Weather Service says a warming trend is expected to relieve some of the pressure on the region tomorrow. The United States has a backlog of 6 million COVID-19 vaccine doses due to inclement weather. The federal government expects to catch up with distribution by next week.